Hello. Hello, everybody. Are you there? Is anybody here? Am I all alone today? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Nobody shows up to a stream. That'd be kind of sad, though. It's okay. I think you guys are here, right? You guys are here. You guys like this series. Yeah? I feel like I'm loud. Am I loud? Hello? Let me turn this down just a tad. Hello? Test, test, test. Okay. That might be a little bit better. I'm not sure. Hello, I'm finally getting some highs. How bad is the stream delay today? Looks like everybody's here. Well, welcome. Well, I can't say everybody's here. It looks like a lot of people are here today. So, today is apparently the half-a-year anniversary for Page Turner. Am I loud? I feel like I'm loud. At least on here, on my Audacity, I'm a little bit loud. Hello. Test. 1, 2. Doesn't, okay. Well, maybe it's just over on my Audacity. It looks a little loud. Okay. So, oh, it's also your brother's birthday. Well, wish him a happy birthday for me as well. So, happy year anniversary. I'm peeking again. What the heck? Why are you doing this? Test 1. Maybe I'll just lower it a little bit. How's that? And then maybe I'll raise it. Okay. Well, maybe that fixed it. I don't know. It's usually not like this. Okay. So, happy fun day today. Originally we had just said, well, we're not gonna have any like set schedule for today. It's just gonna be a fun, chill, relax, celebration for half a year. But I do sort of want to talk about Nico's backstory, because that's something that we've just sort of been like, we'll talk about it eventually. But I feel like that would be a good thing. Like, I don't think it'll take very long. It's only a one-time thing. It's just we're brainstorming a little bit. It'll take maybe half an hour. Then we'll have the other hour and a half to just mess around, have fun, do whatever. So, yeah. Hey, Rolunix, you made it this week. Welcome. Whose birthday is it? It was somebody's brother's birthday. Don't remember who said it, but yeah, happy birthday to him. Also, I know you guys were like, hey, you should make some poppleberries, so I did. Don't know, my room's pretty hot, so I'm not sure if it's gonna melt. But, yeah, here's some poppleberries. So, yeah, I made it. Because you guys told me to. So, yeah. So I have it over here in my little ice box thing. So whenever we want to explore that, although I don't want to just like let it sit here forever, because otherwise it's all gonna melt. So, yeah, we will have to do, I don't know, like look at it further or something. I don't know. I just made it. All it is just like frozen. I did frozen Fanta berry soda, and then I also did some of this berry boost something fruit smoothie. Shove them all in my mouth. No, first of all, that would be cold. 2, I could choke, and that'd be pretty awkward if I just choked on stream, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I did do that, so. Yeah, okay, so what do we want to do first? Do we just want to chill out for a while, and then we'll sort of talk about the, Nico's backstory, or not Nico's backstory, but Nico's, like, how Nico lost his eye? It's like, we don't even know, like, we know that we want it to have something to do with Xavier in some way, but other than that, we just don't know. So, yeah. Oh, shoot, I forgot to get napkins. I knew I was forgetting something, because these things can be kind of messy. I mean, it is just basically ice, but still soda. Here's a blue one. This one's the Fanta thing, so, yeah. I mean, it sort of gives off the effect that, like, sort of what we're going for. But in my head, the popple berries would be like a jelly kind of thing, like a jello. And then when you put it in your mouth, it'll dissolve like it was ice, sort of. That's sort of what I was envisioning, but, like, aside from the texture, like, it's hard, it's just ice, basically. Like, it does eventually melt in your mouth, which is sort of the effect I was going for. It's just not really the effect I was going for, so... What am I eating? I'm eating a popple berry. Do they taste good? Well, I can't say it's, like, super great, but... I mean, like... I like the red ones more. The red one is this. The blue one doesn't have as much flavor, I don't feel like. But, I mean, they do have flavor. It's just ice. It's just flavored ice, basically. So, yeah, it's not that it's bad, it's just it doesn't have as much flavor as you would expect a popple berry to have. So, yeah. When are we gonna start? Well, whenever. I don't know. We don't really have, any schedule, really. I just thought it would be a good idea to talk about something, so that way we would be a little bit productive this week. Yeah. Are popple berries real? No, I don't think so. Should have put Pop Rocks in there. That would have been a good idea. I didn't really think of it. Although, didn't we, like, that was one idea that we threw out there, but didn't we not do that in the end? Yeah, this is sort of the party stream, but I did want to sort of, I thought it would be fun to discuss Nico's eye instant. We don't have to if everyone's like, no, I don't want to do this, then fine, we could just have a fun, chill out, whatever. But I was just thinking that it might be nice to be a little bit productive this week, at least talk about one thing. So, I mean, if nobody wants to do it, we don't have to. Wait, Nico's backstory, please. Oh, you want to? The quality is bad. Yogurt frozen, yeah. That's basically what it is. I mean, the red one is smoothie. So, I don't know. For some reason, well, I mean, I guess the soda probably has more stuff in it. Or the smoothie does. And the soda is just soda, so. Are you asking what my name is? Looney Star? Nobody knows my true name. Chainsaw juggling. Nah, I don't think... Okay, we also need to discuss how far back this incident was. There was some reason why we needed to discuss that. I can't remember what implication it had. But there was something that there was one certain thing that depended on... I can't remember what it was, though. Let's talk about how cute Cat Noir is. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I suppose if you want to... I don't know. Oh, you're never gonna get a face reveal, sorry. Wait, wasn't there something that I was supposed to do? I feel like there was another thing I was supposed to do this week, but I don't remember what it was. Was it something with a face reveal? Oh, I remember what it was now. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, that's funny. Is your name Leonardo? It definitely is. Eating these popple berries, it reminds me of, I'm watching JoJo right now because, like, just like Avatar, everyone's like, yeah, you totally should watch it, right? And, reminds me of that one scene where that one guy had the cherry and did that weird tongue thing. So, yeah, that's what eating these popple berries. You see, I'm eating them constantly because they're gonna melt if I don't, so yeah. Okay, look. I wish I could send all of you a Poppleberry, right? Couple problems, though, right? One, it would melt by the time I got to you. Two, there's too many of you to send it to. Three, shipping would be expensive because you guys are all around the world, and I love that. But the problem is, and this is true for the giveaway too, if it's somebody who's international, I'm gonna have to pay a lot for shipping, which I mean is fine, but like I'm just saying, for every single person to get a Poppleberry, that would be super expensive. Yeah, so yeah. My research, he seems to be Elsa, because cold doesn't bother him anyway in Poppleberries. Well, they are cold, they're ice, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Can you get a butterfly in the room? I mean, I have Hawkmoth here. Is that good? Is that good enough? Is me talking with a Poppleberry in my mouth bad? Do you guys not like that? Because if you don't like it, then I'll stop. Ah. I don't have any other butterflies, I don't think. Sorry. Oh, no, it's funny? Alright, that's fine. They're Poppleberries, okay? That's what we'll call them. Even though they're not, like, officially Poppleberries. But here's the thing, right? If this show ever becomes canon, you know for a fact we're making that a thing, right? We're definitely going to do Poppleberries. It's on my shirt, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty's on my shirt. Aiden gets mukbanged. Isn't that where you, like, go out into the street and eat stuff? Like, isn't that what a mukbang is? You're watching Miraculous right now. Aren't you watching this stream right now? Unless if you're calling this stream Miraculous, in which I would thank you. But, yeah, okay. Maybe Nico lost his eye from doing a dangerous stunt. Really? I'm gonna put this again. I think Nico lost his eye from a paintball. Xavier didn't wear his goggles, and Nico followed suit, resulting in a paintball. That's a good idea. You missed a few episodes, you didn't have time to recap. Well, basically the past, like, well, I guess the past two streams were plants and a little bit of animals, and it wasn't, like, the recap episodes weren't very long, especially last week's. It was only like 3 minutes long. So, oh, it's what you do. You eat stuff on video. Oh, that's what a mukbang is. Okay. Well, then I guess we're doing a mukbang. Alright. Well, I just remember it from that one YouTube Rewind a couple years ago. So, yeah. Oh, you were watching one of my videos and you got a notification for the stream. What video were you watching? In your crazy story, it was a bench? A bench? What? What's a bench? It's 11 p.m. in India. Well, that's... I love that we have such an international fan base on this channel. Because I just think that's great, and how it shows how well, or how good this fandom is. Because there's people from all over the world. Problem is, it's really hard for streaming because everyone's from all over the world, and there's obviously different time zones. So, like, I'm sorry for those of you guys who this time period is not, or this time zone time for the stream is really bad. It's just, I've found that this is the time period, time slot, that this time slot is the best for most people. So that's why this has just been the standard. We did a really late one, which would have been even worse in India. I can't really do any earlier than this, but yeah, I'm sorry for those of you guys where it's like super late or super early. It's just, it's hard for me to do times because everyone's from all over the place. So it's 10:45 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty early. Okay, I missed a lot of comments. So, Nico and his brother got lost somewhere once they were kids, and Nico lost his eye, saving his brother's life. Okay, but we would need more details than that, because, I mean, obviously it has something to do with Xavier, and either Nico is saving Xavier, or Nico's eye incident is the result of something that Xavier did. It just, the blame has to be put on Xavier, sort of, not like fully, but Xavier has to feel like it was his fault, and if Xavier did not do a certain thing, then Nico would still be fine today. So that's sort of where this has to play into it. What's your favorite episode? I'm assuming you're talking about Miraculous Ladybug, and with that, I would say my favorite episode's Ladybug, because it just surprised me so much. There was two, like, oh my gosh moments. Like, one, it was just Lila's big thing, right? So it was already had a lot of anticipation for it. Then there was, what was the first thing that happened? Oh yeah, Marinette almost got akumatized. We're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And then we saw Hawkmoth and Myra out in the flesh, and I was like, oh my gosh, another weird, cool thing that happened in this episode. And if I remember correctly, on the episode order, like the official order, I think that's the episode that comes right before the finale, which makes sense. So, not Myra. Somebody say something? So you can move this down since we're not really doing anything. Do you want Ladybug to become akumatized? Not necessarily, because, I mean, Marinette I would be interested to see, but Ladybug doesn't really work, because Ladybug's really important for, you know, getting rid of the Akuma and doing all that stuff. So I don't really see how that would work very well. There was a meteor shower Xavier wanted to see, and they wanted to go hiking, but it was not allowed. They did sneak out there. Stop scrolling, chat, please. And he asked the help of an adult to get driven there. It was a hiking accident. Okay. But, so, how would Nico lose his eye from that? Like, did he, like, I don't know, did the stick impale his eye or something? I don't know. Will you make a season 4 theory for Miraculous? Well, I pretty much, whenever we hear new news, I try to give my take on it and sort of give an idea of what I think might happen. So, I mean, it's been a while since I've actually done like a full-on theory video, and I definitely should do that again. It's just, we haven't really had much news recently, so yeah, I'll try to do that eventually. Nico just face plants a rock, trying to show how something dramatic. Then, but how would that feel like Xavier's fault? Because, like, here's the thing, right? Say, for example, they go hiking. Alright, if it was Xavier's idea to go hiking, I don't necessarily think that would be a result. Like, if it was just that and then Nico tripped and hit his eye, I don't think Xavier would feel as bad for that, because, like, Nico could have done that anywhere without it being Xavier's fault. It has to be some sort of stunt or something like that, to where Nico was pressured by Xavier, or it was Xavier's idea to do a specific action, and that action caused Nico's eye to die, I suppose. That was a bad sentence. Smashed the side of rocks. He was pumped with adrenaline to realize his eye got damaged, and something most likely a branch what happened to him, and even maybe he saved Xavier. Yeah, I think saving Xavier would also sort of play into it. That would make a good moment, I think, as well, which would be a good, because if it, like, sure, it being sort of Xavier's fault would probably make a change in Xavier, but even more so would be Nico saving Xavier and then Nico getting hurt as a result of that, because then it would be like, oh man, my actions affect others as well. It's not just like, okay, well, there was this one time where I told Nico to do this stupid thing, right? It was, I did something stupid and Nico paid the price for what I did. So that would also be a good segue, I think. Who's your favorite Miraculous ship name? I mean, my favorite ship is Adrianette, obviously, because that's the OTP. Do you want Miraculous to have a more sad emotions or happy? Okay, so I'm weird, and I really like when characters get severely injured in some way. So I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I know of a couple examples. It's just I can't really explain it because then it would be spoilers. So I just really enjoy. Oh, are these melting? They're starting to melt. Ah! I just really like it when characters get really injured, and so especially the main characters, and it's like the other main characters have to be like, oh man, this is so tough. So I do want that to happen to Luna at some point. Like, I think it would be great if she got her wings out, she was starting to learn how to use them, right? And I imagine this in sort of the tournament arc. And then she gets hurt in the tournament arc where her wings, like there's a hole that goes through her wings or something. And so she's out of commission, she can't fly, and she just learned how to fly. So it would be like, oh man, that really sucks. Luna would be down about it. And not only would she be injured, like Nico would have to, take the initiative and beat the final battle in the tournament, right? And so Nico would single-handedly take out the big bad team of opponents in the tournament and then win the knightlyhood for Luna and himself. But Luna would be severely hurt, and then we could have a full episode focused on how Luna is super sad, and it's like she's recovering, and it's just Nico's trying to cheer her up and all this stuff, and then I don't know. I just really like that for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, that's one of my things that I think would be great. Throw a little Aiden twist in there, having the characters get hurt. You know how people give ideas that are now in the show? How would those people get credit? So it's really interesting because I don't know how we're gonna do it with specific names, because it's probably not. Here's the thing: the show becoming an actual show is unlikely. However, I do want it to be sort of either a book or a comic or something like that. And if it was like a book that we would turn into like some sort of audiobook, or maybe it was just like a script that we read off, and so it would be like there'd just be no visuals, or maybe it was just a storyboarded visual or something, I don't know. But my guess as to how that would work is it would probably be based on the Discord. Like, if you're in the Discord, then you'd be on that list. If not, I mean, I know there are a few exceptions and people who just can't join the Discord, in which I would try to document those people. But obviously, I can't just say, okay, so in a community post, do this Google form, put your name on here if you helped, and then people would just put their name on there and they wouldn't have helped or whatever. So my guess is, if it's like a book, for example, it would be just at the very beginning, be like, here's a list of people that helped, and then on the stream I would collect signatures or just people's names, and on the Discord as well, and then there would just be a huge list of people of everybody that helped at the beginning of the book, and that's sort of how it would work. Not entirely sure aside from anything other than that. That's just my only thought, because I mean, I do know that everybody who's worked on this does deserve credit, so I don't know. It's just right now we haven't really done anything with it, so well, that's something that we'll have to discuss closer to when we actually start doing something with it. As of right now, we're still in like the world building and designing phase, so yeah. Okay. Some part of me loves watching people in pain. Don't ask why. Yeah, exactly. See? It's not just me. If I'm going with my paintball idea, then Xavier doesn't wear goggles. Nico follows Xavier, almost gets hit by the opposing team, but Nico shields him and gets hit in the eye as a result. That's a good idea. 1, Xavier proposed to go. 2, Xavier proposed to sneak out. 3, maybe he got too close to the edge and it broke. 4, he got saved by Nico. 3 points are being irresponsible. And 4th, Nico being more responsible than him. Okay, so then I guess maybe if they were on a cliff and then Xavier was like on the edge of the cliff being like, whoa, check me out, I'm on the edge of the cliff. And then that's like, well, I don't, because like I'm trying to imagine like Nico pushing Xavier out of the way and being thrown down the cliff, but that doesn't really work, right? Because if you can't really, you have to pull him away from the edge. Like if the edge is breaking, if you pull Xavier away, it's not like you're gonna be falling. It's not like it goes like this. It's like you both go backwards. So I don't know. There would have to be some sort of like implication to that. Not sure. Or maybe they were both on the edge and then it started to fall and then Nico was a little bit closer to the edge and then he pushed Xavier off the part that was falling off, maybe. Need more drama. Let's see here. It's gonna zoom me down because I'm up pretty far. Okay. Oh, I missed so much stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe it wasn't as far. Okay, it wasn't as bad. All right. Da 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 da. Yeah, maybe. Or Luna screams in pain from her wings, and Nico gives a hug, takes care of her, but not because he likes her. I want them to be together close to around the tournament arc, though. So I don't know. We'll see. That's something that we'll have to talk about. But yeah, how do people not know who Nico is? How do you guys not know who these people are? You guys need to watch the recap episodes if you want to get this. There's one specific stream. It wasn't the 18th stream where it was just a full recap of everything on this series, which I'd highly recommend you go watch. It was 2 hours long. It was a long stream, but well, I mean, all streams are 2 hours long, but that's a long video to watch. But it does recap. It does save you the time from watching all the other recap episodes, which I don't know. Are all the other recap episodes? My guess is a lot of them are like 20 minutes long, and if that was stream 18, it's probably easier just to watch the stream than it is to watch all of the recap episodes. So, yeah. Nico could get pushed by Xavier near the campfire, and the ashes burn his eye. That's interesting. And then that could sort of like play into why Nico's a fire type. Wouldn't it be interesting if... Well, no, that sort of goes against... I was going to say, wouldn't it be interesting if Nico was afraid of fire because of that incident? But the whole idea of that incident is that Nico doesn't care. He enjoyed that incident. So that would just make him enjoy fire more, which could still play into why he is sort of a fire type. But I don't know. Depends. Okay. They are melting, but it's not. It is melting at a bad rate. I feel like I'm gonna have to go put these away. Can you guys help me eat these? That'd be appreciated. I don't have... I guess I can use a tissue. I'll just do that. There we go. Alright. Okay, so. Scrolling down. My connection bad or something off with his mouth? I don't know. Does anybody else have that issue? For some reason, just YouTube hates my streams, and so there's a bunch of connection issues and delays and stuff like that. It's annoying. Are there just a lot of people who don't know what's going on today? I guess we do have like 50 viewers. Typically, it's around 40, isn't it? 30 to 40. As Xavier turns around to ask what's wrong, the log lurches suddenly, and Xavier starts to fall. On the edge of the river now, Nico grabs Xavier and uses his momentum to throw Xavier onto the bank and lets himself fall in. Process of falling, he ends up getting swept a little downstream and he injures his eye. So a lot of, for the most part, people are wanting it to be in the nature, like in a forest kind of thing. I do like the paintball one too. It just sort of depends on what vibe we're going for. we make a book, can we still use raw Lunix's images? Of course. Of course. I always enjoy it because, like, not necessarily a picture book, but I always enjoy knowing what the characters look like. So that way, in my head going into it, I know, okay, so this is what Nico looks like. This is what Luna looks like. So I always think that's a good idea. We're going with the paintball. Oh, wait. Didn't I read that? I'm eating in front of... I'm sorry. I wish I could. Look, I'll tell you how to make it, right? Get yourself a fruit smoothie. Get yourself a mold for a small little ball. Pour the fruit smoothie into the mold. Put it in the freezer. A couple hours. And boom. You got your poppleberries. That's it. It's pretty simple. Okay. I probably skipped a lot of people. Because I was reading a lot back up the chat. So, if I did not read something that you wanted me to read, put it back, and then I will read it again. What if they snuck out, like Roland said, and they started a campfire? But Xavier starts to play with fire, and it starts to spread. Okay. They have trouble escaping, and a tree falls down with a quick stick stabbing his eye. Ouch. So basically they created a forest fire, and as a result of that, there was a tree that fell down. Okay, that could work. Plus, it's like, it sort of goes to that fire thing. If we want it to involve fire, because Nico's element is fire, that could be interesting. Who's your favorite character and what? Favorite characters for me are always so hard because I'm typically so boring. Okay, well, actually, that's not entirely true. I have two different kinds of favorite characters. One, there's a favorite character, and they're a favorite character because they're just funny and quirky. And then there's the favorite character that's like typically just one of the main characters for me. So, for Miraculous, my favorite character is either Marinette or Adrian. And then, as far as the quirky character in Miraculous, isn't there somebody who's kind of quirky and funny? I'm trying to remember who it is. Maybe Cat Noir for that side. And then, okay, for Star Versus, I have another. There's a better example for that. So, favorite character in Star Versus is Star Marco. And then my favorite quirky character from Star is either River or Buffrog. So, like, I know, it's kind of weird. You almost never like the main character? Yeah, well, I'm pretty boring as far as main characters go. And that's sort of the same thing with the ships. Like, I always know what the OTP is, and so it's very easy for me to just be like, okay, well, this is obviously the OTP, and so this is what I'm gonna ship, you know? Yeah, Ron Linux, who's your favorite character in Page Turner? Oh, well, okay, I don't even have to ask that. I already know who it is. Well, actually, is it Blake or Callisto, actually? That's a good question. Do you like Blake or Callisto more? Because they're both your characters, but I want to know which one's your favorite. Which could be hard, because it's like choosing your favorite daughter or son. It's hard to do. Let's talk about Miraculous. Well, that's not what this stream is about. This stream is about Page Turner. So, I mean, we are still talking about Miraculous a little bit, so. Nico gets his fire power way after. Yeah, okay. He loses his eye like way earlier on in his life. Like, well, actually, I don't know how long Xavier has changed, but it's probably been maybe 3 years, 4 years. Let's say maybe when Xavier got maybe 9th grade, he changed and became like the sort of overprotective, because Nico is 1 year younger than Xavier, right? So if it was around 9th grade or 10th grade, then there'd be some time for that to develop. Because right now, didn't Xavier just graduate like a year before? And so he's in college now or something, or like working at a cat cafe? Okay, everyone put their favorite character of Page Turner, not Miraculous, into the chat. If you would choose to kick a character in Miraculous, who would it be? Well, probably nobody. Okay, well, it depends on if I'm viewing it from a show writer standpoint or a fan standpoint. If it was a fan, it would either be Chloe or Lila. If it was a fan, isn't Xavier 17? Oh, is he 17? Well, then that would mean that he's either a junior or senior. Unless if he was like super advanced. So maybe he is in his senior year. Relium, Blake, or Callisto, or Nico. So basically any of the characters. See, my favorite character in Page Turner is... It's a good question. Joe? No. Well, I mean, that might be your favorite. It's not my favorite, though. Joe. Everyone's favorite character is just Joe. The character that we know nothing about. See, I don't know. I don't know who my favorite character is. Nico has my favorite outfit. So, I really like Nico for that. Oh, my hair's got disoriented. It's okay. Nobody really cares, do you? Luna, I like her design. Her design is really cool. Blake, I really like his personality. Xavier is just a soft guy. I really like Sky's design as well. I don't know, it's just so hard. I feel like we don't know enough about the characters yet for me to decide. Either Nico or Luna, depending on how they act in different situations. But yeah, like I said, it's just, for me, favorite character is always just one of the main characters. So either Nico or Luna. Who's Nico? Nico is one of the main characters of our show. How do you guys not know this? Look, go check out. Does somebody have the link to the... let's go find it. Oh, it was episode 17. Alright. Here. Go. I will pin this message. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. Am I still live? I don't know if I'm still alive or not. Oh well. Are we back? Hello? Did something happen? I don't know. Okay, well, I pinned the message. Hopefully everyone's still here. That was weird. It like said something went wrong and I was like, uh-oh, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah. Go check out that YouTube stream recap thing. It's got time codes down in the description too. Okay, somebody asked something. What's your favorite ship in Page Turner besides Luna X Nico? Any answer besides Adam X Trillium is wrong. What about Blake X Callisto? I don't know, I like all of them so far, even though, I mean, like, oh, actually, I really like Xavier and Kate. Right, wait, is it Kate or, no, it's Ellie. It's Ellie. Kate's the cat cafe manager, yeah. Ellie. Ellie and Xavier might actually be... No. Nothing comes on top of Luna and Nico. But Xavier and Ellie come pretty close. Even though we don't even know what Xavier's character is officially like, because his stream was a complete disaster. So we're going to have to completely redo Xavier's character. But their ship is going to be awesome. From what I understand of their character at this moment, really good. Really good. But all of them, like I said, are good. So, who's your favorite, Nico or Luna? I don't know yet. They both have good things about them. The live stream keeps lagging every few seconds. Is it lagging for anybody else? Hopefully it's not lagging for everyone else. I don't know. Because, like, I don't think there's anything I can really do. I have it on the best settings, so I don't know. How many episodes does Pictionary have? Well, we haven't written any episodes, so we don't know. As far as the streams go, this is the 24th stream. But yeah, I don't know. Cannot choose between Blake and Callisto. It's puzzle in 2 pieces. Yeah. It's really hard. Like, there's so many good characters in this show. And I mean, that might be a little bit biased because, I mean, we've obviously helped develop the show, but like, I don't know, I just like everything about it so far. So, if you had to mix the ships up in Pictionary, I would not change anything, okay? I don't like transition ships. Like, I understand why they're there. And it's because most people want the big, oh, they get together thing at the end of the show, and I find that so annoying because why? Like, I want to see their relationship develop even further in the show, not just be like, oh, okay, we're going to start dating, you know, last episode, right? That's the thing I hate about Star Versus, is they got together in like the final episodes or whatever. But like, I want to see the relationship develop even further, which again is why I like Sword Art Online so much, is because the main characters get together in the early on stages, and then we get to see their relationship grow and all this stuff. So, yeah, that's one thing I really want with Page Turner, is I want them to get together sooner than later, so that way we at least have half the show where they're together and we can see their relationship grow and stuff. So, yeah. Like Would Date, the Hermit Life, and Callisto is classic. I don't think I understand that. Alright, I probably missed a couple things. Mine was lagging a lot before. Only because my internet I was on was bad, so I had to check. Okay. Well, it doesn't really look like you made art for a lobby room and an attendant. Oh, I want to check that out. It's in Ideas Collection. Oh, have people been adding to Ideas Collection? I haven't really checked it in a while. We've been doing a lot of like low under the hood stuff with the plants and stuff, so I haven't really been checking the Discord at all. Well, I mean, I don't really check the Discord unless you at me, but like, what's happening? I was late. Well, nothing really. We're just having some fun chats. We've sort of been brainstorming a little bit as far as Nico's eye incident, but other than that, we haven't really been doing much. Who do I ship with Gabriel? Probably Natalie at this point. Yeah, it's just like a fun little chatting stream. What are we doing? We're just chatting. Sort of. I mean, it hasn't even been a full hour yet, so we still have plenty of time to do Nico's eye thing. Perhaps they get together when the antagonist can use their relationship against them. Well, yeah, that's sort of the idea. But then again, you could just say that with the friends thing too. Like, if they were just friends, you could still use their relationship because it's presumably they still have a good relationship even if they're just friends, you know. You ship Gabriel with me? What? Why? We're not even from the same universe or the same country. So, I don't know. Why? Like, what What makes you think we would be a good match? Was wondering what your overall opinion on SAO is, because a lot of people seem to hate it. Okay, so SAO seems to be a thing where you either hate it or love it, right? It was actually the first anime that I ever saw. Or Star-Crossed Lovers. Okay, well, in your dreams, I suppose. But Sword Art Online was the first anime that I ever saw. So in that regard, it still holds a little place in my heart just for that reason. But I think the main reason why people don't like it is because it did not head in the direction that they were hoping it would. It focused more on the relationship between Kirito and Asuna versus focusing on the story. And that is personally why I loved it, because mention another show where it focuses on the characters' relationship more, where they actually get together and they do all this fun adventure-y stuff as a couple, versus just focusing, you know, like it's just the main character going and defeating all the bad guys, you know? So that's why I think a lot of people didn't like it, is because they thought it was like wasted potential. Like, it was such a cool idea, but I was so disappointed that they didn't do this and that. But for what it did, I really liked it. And I really liked the relationship between the two characters. I mean, sure, it had its weird points and whatever, but it was the relationship between Kirito and Asuna and how, you know, they just, you know, love each other and all this stuff. Especially in the most recent series, or season. Well, okay, that's not true. I've seen up until the War of Underworld Part 1. I haven't seen the newest one that's airing right now. I'm waiting until that fully comes out and then I'll watch it. But, like, I recently rewatched the entire show up until the Part 1 of the newest season. Like, I don't know, earlier this year, pretty early on, I think. Which was like, dang, this is really good. Don't want to spoil anything, but that also sort of ties into the thing that I was saying earlier. And I really love that, so. Just like the first season of SAO. Oh, I just like the first season of SAO because it did focus on Kirito and Antono. But the other seasons added to Kirito's fan club too much. Okay, well, that's a good point. Season 2, the Gun Gale Online, that one did not focus on the relationship as much. That one focused more on the story side of things. I still liked it. It wasn't like, oh man, this is the best thing ever, because there wasn't as much of Asuna. Let's see, third season. Okay, well, third season again, it didn't focus on the relationship as much, but the connection between the characters was still there, because Asuna was still, you know, they were still together, and Asuna was like caring for Kirito. So, yeah. Season 1 was great, but, and this most recent season as well, I'm excited for it, so we'll see. I watched the last season, and I felt bad for having eyes. What? Why? Sayo of Bridges is better, and it's better relationship between Kirito. I haven't seen it. Alright, what if Xavier tries to hurt Nico out of jealousy? And that results in him hurting his eye and immediately regrets it. That's actually really interesting. Because as we know, Nico wants to follow in Xavier's footsteps, and he like wants to be this bad guy who's really good at all these cool tricks and stuff. And then if it turns out that Nico is better than Xavier at a lot of these things, and Xavier is like jealous, it's like, man, I can't believe my little brother is so much better at this stuff. Like, I wish he would just get hurt so he couldn't do any of these tricks and whatever. And then Nico actually goes and gets hurt. Then it could be like, oh dang, I said I wanted that, but I didn't actually want it, you know? Now I feel bad for it. What is the darkest show I've watched? I don't know. Depends on what you count as dark. Like, I'm trying to think, but I don't know. Psycho-Pass is one that I sort of think is kind of dark. Attack on Titan was pretty dark too. I'd have to pull up my list. like, I've seen a lot, but I don't know what the darkest one would be. Because I watch a lot more slice of life than I do, like, full-on action. And JoJo is taking a lot out of me because it is so much action. There's, like, there's no slice of life, no anything. It's all just fighting. So, I have not seen Dead Man Wonderland, but that one, The Promised Neverland, that one was pretty dark. Season 1. What do you think about My Hero Academia? I like My Hero Academia. That's one of my more favorite ones, as far as, like, action goes. Yeah, Your Lie in April is still #1. Dragonropa. I haven't seen that one. I don't. Someone told me something about it, and I looked into it like once, but I don't remember what it was about. Teach you how to enjoy slice of life. Well, that's pretty hard. It's not for everyone. I will say that. Here's the thing, though, right? I never like to stick to one genre for too much time, because if I just watch like 10 slice of life, it's like, oh man, this gets boring after a while, because I want something plot and action. So, but same with action too, right? It's like, oh man, it's all just fighting. So I do like to have a good mix. So like, for example, I'm watching JoJo right now. Once I finish JoJo, then I'll watch some sort of slice of life, because JoJo is so freaking long. I'm in Stardust Crusaders episode, I don't know, like 30 something, and there's still like 2 more seasons left, and I've got a lot to go. Death Parade was pretty good. That one was interesting. Dragonropa Endgame. Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know what that. I don't remember what that one was. My favorite Miraculous episode. I've already answered this. It's Ladybug. You should watch Gotcha Man Crowds. I've never heard of that one. E? What's up with E? Have you seen Assassination Classroom? I have. It was good. I've seen the first... Oh, that's an answer to Ron Lunix's question. You should watch Dragon Prince? Okay. So, I saw some of Dragon Prince, and then I caught up, and then I stopped watching it because it was done for the time. But I think there's more seasons out, and I just haven't gotten around to watching it, so. Yeah, I've seen The Promised Neverland, or at least the first season. I don't know if another season has come out yet. Oh, we're only down to 5 Poppleberries left. Look at that, and they're melting. They're melting away. Dragon Maid, I've seen that one. Oh, Grapefruit, you have to go. See ya. How many Poppleberries did I have? That's a good question. I can't remember. There was probably maybe 40. I can't remember. The tray has 4 rows, and then I think there was probably like 10 in each row. So it was probably 40. I had 20 of these blue ones, which was the berry Fanta thing. And then some of the smoothie one. Still have some of the smoothie left. Because there's not actually that much. I don't remember. I ended up not using any like teaspoons or anything, but I think each one of these balls is less than a teaspoon. What's Poppleberries? Well, if you missed... Oh no, it's all melting. It's all melting. If you missed 2 weeks ago, that's one of the plants. It's Poppleberry plant. And it's one of the sodas / berries that is in there. Okay. It's gonna start tripping again. 40 Poppleberries, yeah. Well, it's not actually that much. It's just a little bit of frozen soda. I'm out though. I just finished the last one because it was melting. Poppleberry juice. So. I can feed the stream. Here you go. Here's a little Poppleberry. Okay, let's see. Gotta make sure there's no, like, stains or anything on my mat. Favorite Miraculous season? Season 3, probably. Actually, was it? Or was that a different show where I was like... Can't remember. I think as far as the plot goes, season 3. I like their relationship in season 1. Because it's just funny. Oh, Double J, you gotta go too? Well, thanks for joining us this far. Now I can have some raw, or well, I guess it wouldn't be raw. Technically, the poppleberries themselves are the raw forms. This would be the concentrated poppleberry juice. Aiden, watch Infinity Train. Well, I watched the first book. I've not seen anything past that, though. I've heard it's really good, though. Were your poppleberries fizzy? Okay, well, the blue ones were, because that was just Fanta soda. Just flavored berry. This one is not, because it's just a smoothie. And I actually like the smoothie variation better, so. So half of them were, well, they weren't fizzy in ice form. They were fizzy when I was pouring them into the thing where I was using them to pour into the mold, but. What do you think Mari and Adrian's hamster will be called? I don't know. You think Tiki or Plag? Nah, I don't think it'll be a Kwame name. I don't know what it will be. So many live streams that I've done. I mean, we've done 24. What is Fanta Blue? It is Fanta Berry. Here it is. I will put it into the general chat on the Discord so you can see it. Don't know why it has that blue aura around it, but there was the Fanta Blue. Have you seen Stranger Things? No, I have not. All right. So going back to Nico's eye. What are we thinking? Have I seen Voltron? I have seen Voltron. I finished it a long time ago. It's alright. I will see it past 22. Yeah. Well, maybe I will also post it. I'll post it into the, I don't know, General's gonna be swept away, so I will post it to copy link. I'll post it to the fan art. How about that? There we go. Who do I ship Chloe with? Nobody at the moment, really? I don't know. Although, was it? I think it was. Was it Cursed Miraculous Images or Miraculous Monday? I can't remember. There was an image. No, it was definitely Cursed Miraculous Images, where there was that Chloe, or it wasn't Chloe. It was Queen Bee and Luca. Like if it was actually that kind of thing where like Luca helped Chloe improve as a person, then that could work. I think it's good if it will be a fire accident. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. Oh, have I seen the Miraculous 2D? I have. And it looks like, I understand why they didn't do it, but it would have been a completely different show, I feel like, if it was done in that format. Because, I don't know, just sort of that format gives the vibe of, like, intensity, you know? And that AV, or that PV, it was, like, really intense looking. So, I do. I have seen it, and I do think it would be great if that was a thing. But, it's not, so it's alright. Oh, great. Another one that I have to watch, Stranger Things. I don't know, I've heard it's really good, and tons of people have recommended it to me. I just haven't watched it. But now my favorite character is someone who doesn't exist in the show we got. You talking about Blake? Oh, no, you're talking about Felix, aren't you? You're talking about Felix. Yeah. Felix would have been an interesting character. Papa berry juice. Do you know anything about the Miraculous Instagram? Okay, so as far as that, the person, like the director of those Instagram accounts, is no longer working for Miraculous. So it is very possible that those Instagram accounts will cease to exist. So we just don't know because it's a currently developing story. But once we have official news confirmation of if they're going to continue on with those Instagram posts or if they're not going to, I will let you know. So we will see what happens with those Instagram posts, because we haven't gotten a lot. They stopped it because of the pandemic. And then it was fairly recent news a couple days ago where the director, apparently I think they went from, they were just a fan, and then they were an intern, and then they got officially promoted to work on the Instagram post. And then they were either let go or they quit. I'm not sure which one. It's just they're no longer working there. Who do I think will be the future Hawkmon? Obviously Lila. What Kwame / Miraculous do I want to see in season 4? Maybe. I don't know. We don't. Maybe the tiger. That one seems interesting. Chicken for you. Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones. Hey, basic weirdo. Thanks for dropping in just to say hi. It's funny. Alright, so as far as Nico's eye goes, we're gonna have it have something to do with fire, apparently, because that sort of plays into the whole, like, he's gonna get the fire power kind of thing. You want flashbacks? Of the Miraculous? Are we talking about Miraculous with the flashbacks, or Nico and Luna? Because Nico, or Paige Turner could have flashbacks. We can do whatever we want with Paige Turner. I mean, yeah, they could still play paintball. What? Oh. Actually, that's a good point. If it has something to do with fire, people might compare it to Avatar. Maybe we don't do that then. That's a good point. That's a good point. That is a good point. I mean, I'm perfectly okay with people being like, hey, that's sort of like Avatar. But, like, I like to stay away from other characters' stuff. I don't know which side, I can't remember which side face Zuko's thing is, but I believe it's Nico's right eye. So I don't know if that's opposite from Zuko or not, but yeah, it might be better because like, and with the fire, you would sort of expect the full face burn and not just like the eye. So maybe it would make more sense to just have it be something else. So maybe we don't do fire. As much as I want to and it makes sense, just for the, like, I don't think it would work very well. Why does Nico have to lose an eye? Because I said so. Because that was just part of his design. Oh yeah, My Hero Academia did it too. Yeah. I'll just finish this. Poppleberry juice is all gone. Or poppleberry soda. Maybe he just saw something so bright that it blinded him. Well, that doesn't make sense if it was just one eye. You weren't talking about a burn. Maybe just about a fight. Maybe Xavier was jealous Nico was able to make a fire. I don't know why. Why would Xavier get so fed up about making a fire? I mean, that could work. I don't know. A scene just sort of played out in my head where it was Nico and Xavier were having a competition to make a fire, and this is assuming that like they had been doing competitions all day long and Nico was winning all of them. So Xavier was fed up, and so Nico lit the fire. It was all good or whatever, and then Xavier was just like, I know you're cheating. There's no way you can do this. And then he chases, or maybe they're close to the edge. And so Xavier gets all big and he's like, he starts doing that thing, you know, where it's like, hey, you, get back. And then he's pushing him back towards the edge of the cliff. And then eventually Nico's just like so far to the edge where it starts to rumble and Xavier's yelling at him. And then Xavier was like, he like sees the crack, and then Nico falls, and he's like, ah, sort of. No, it wouldn't be pushing. It would just be backing up to the edge, as if he was up against a wall, but he's not. You still want a branch to poke it out. That would be a different. What if Xavier's protective on the inside? Well, Xavier is protective. Xavier wasn't protective until Nico lost his eye. And so now he's protected. Xavier got Nico his cat, and then it's great. No, that does not seem direct. That seems indirect. Let's see here. Let's think about it. So if we're not doing it directly from fire, you could have something. It seems like a lot of people want it to be where they're out in the woods and some sort of accident happened, and it's not like they're skateboarding or like paintball was an idea suggested, but it's not like people are feeling that one, right? So maybe we should just like say yes or no. Are we good with it being out sort of in the open? Like in the woods somewhere where it's just Nico and Xavier, they're out camping or something else. Are we good with that? Is that good? Maybe Xavier's mad at Nico for doing something dangerous. That ends up accidentally making him fall off a cliff. He feels guilty and helpless because even when he's trying to protect him, he made it worse. Well, that sort of, doesn't that go against Xavier's character? Because Xavier's character in the beginning was sort of like this tough guy who, you know, was good at all these tricks and stuff. And then sort of what we've been gathering today is that Nico's just sort of better than Xavier at all these things. And so that's sort of, I think, where we're headed. So Xavier wasn't always the nice guy that he is now. He was basically Nico at some point, but now it's not. Outside paintball? Paintball seems less dramatic though. Your initial idea was a car crash where Callisto was the driver, Xavier was one who asked to be taken to X place, and the reason why it happened. Well, it turned. I don't think we're having anything to do with Callisto, because Callisto is not officially related. Although it could still work with Callisto, because if they were still close to him, just from him being a teacher. Maybe Xavier and Nico were doing a race to get wood to build a campfire, and Xavier accidentally pushes Xavier, and Nico falls and hits the rock and hits his eye. I feel like the moment that it happens, it has to have some sort of build up. It has to follow that one story chart. You know that one story chart where, let's see, I guess it would make sense, but more sense going this way. So it goes up, and then it goes down, right? No, it goes over, up, down, and then over again. So I think it should follow that story format. And just having it be like, oh, yeah, Nico tripped on a rock. That's pretty anticlimactic. There has to be some sort of drama, and there has to be some sort of enemy, common enemy in that. Whether that's some random guy, or whether that's just Xavier being mad at Nico for some reason. But here's the thing. Okay, so a car crash, for example, that's an accident, okay? And sure, it might have been an indirect accident that Xavier might be like, oh man, if I didn't ask to go on this car ride, you know, Nico would still be fine. But it is not fully direct, and I do not feel like it would convey the same emotion. However, if, for example, we were doing that one where Xavier was sort of pushing Nico to the edge, not pushing, but like sort of like taunting him over to the edge, that is a direct fault on Xavier, because he was pushing Nico, he was being mad, he was getting overly angry, and so he's the one who directly caused Nico's eye to get damaged, I suppose. Xavier lit a candle in their house, and it caught on fire. Nico went to save him. He was taking him to a safe place, and then it started to collapse, so Nico pushed him out of the way, and a nail took the eye. That's an interesting idea as well. That one sort of plays into the fire aspect. But, okay, we also have to keep in mind that there's also an adrenaline. So, the idea where Xavier was sort of pushing Nico to the edge, that wouldn't really work with the adrenaline, and that would not make Xavier even more enthralled with it. It would, but the fire would be, because if Xavier was stuck in the house, right, and Nico had to go save him, there's obviously a huge adrenaline rush, and like you'd have to be doing parkour and be careful in the house because it's all burning down, and so that would actually be I actually really like that. A burning fire in the house, so the house is burning down. And then Xavier is still inside and Nico goes in to save Xavier. I really like that. Does anybody have any opposition to that? How we lost it should affect the story, not be a random incident. Yeah, right. If it's a house fire, that sort of goes into the he's a fire user. And also, I don't know like specifically why the fire would have started, but it should have something to do probably with one of the stunts that Xavier and Nico are going to be doing. It's still a random fire. Well, as of right now, it's still a random fire, but we can make it intentional. I'm trying to think of like a good idea to make it intentional. Nico was doing a stunt with fireworks. Okay, fireworks, that would work. The king saw the future and tried to kill Nico. Dun dun dun. No. Because the king doesn't know that Nico and Luna are a thing until, like, later on. Like, he finds out that Luna and Nico are communicating through the notebooks later than when they first start, so that wouldn't work. Maybe instead of Nico doing the stunt, Xavier. Well, it depends on what the stunt is. Oh, the king was to blame in my body switch at bad moment idea. But that doesn't work anymore. Well, yeah, there's been a lot of things that have changed. Am I like the director or something? You're confused? We're just all working together to make a show. So, yeah, I'd recommend you watch the pinned YouTube video because that'll give you a backstory as to what we're talking about fully. Maybe Xavier was speeding while driving the car and Nico was in it while they were fighting. No, that I don't think so. I like the idea that they were using fireworks and that's what started the house fire. Trying to think, because with the fire, right? Presumably in my head, it's like Xavier or Nico's downstairs doing something, and Xavier's just chilling out in his room, right? And the fire would eventually get so bad that Xavier wouldn't even realize that there was a fire until like it was too late. And at that point, he would just be like too scared because maybe he had like a traumatic experience with fire in the past or whatever. So I would think that the fire would sort of be Nico's fault. But the fact that Xavier did not escape in time, can we incorporate the blind family member? Maybe if it's a blind like grandma or someone, right? She's obviously in the house, so she would take more priority. So maybe the way that this plays out is, you know, obviously Xavier and Nico's parents have escaped, but they are not, like, they're not as able to help out with like evacuating people because they're just like too big or whatever, and Nico and Xavier were smaller, so they could like fit through, like maybe something had fallen over or whatever. And so they were tasked with, as long as it was safe and they were actually able to go in and save the grandma or something. Or maybe both Xavier and the grandma were in there and Nico ran back in to save them. And so Nico runs and he finds them, and then he tells Xavier like, hey man, help me carry grandma out or whatever. And then Nico is just sitting there in fear because he can't do anything. So Xavier was like, or Nico, Xavier was the one in fear, and then Nico just takes the grandma out, and then he runs back in to save Xavier, and Xavier is all like, ah. And so I don't know, maybe at that point, like, Nico is running in, something falls, he trips, and then he just, like, there's a nail or like a splintered wood or something that hits his eye, and then he's just like, ah. It's like he trudges through, grabs Xavier, and then leaves or something. Maybe Xavier was planning to use fireworks, and Nico tells him not to. But Xavier teases him and calls him a coward. Nico wants to impress him, so he starts playing with them, starting the fire. Yeah. It's a good idea. Xavier and Nico planned stunts and they got grounded. So the day of the festival of fireworks, they couldn't go because they were grounded. Xavier managed to get a firework somehow, maybe Callisto. They played with them on the roof instead of the house. Xavier is to blame. Nico ran out of the thing that pokes Xavier's eye. Okay. This is so hard. Nico has only one working eye. Does that mean he can't see depth? It would probably be harder for him to see depth. Might be a little bit of a stretch, but maybe they could have a baby brother and Xavier couldn't save him. So now he's worried that that will happen with Nico. That's pretty dark, actually. So you have this festival as a reminder. Each year, everyone laughs as Nico lost his eye. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. I like the festival idea. And that sort of explains why they're playing with fireworks. So basically, they were grounded for doing some stupid stunt, right? And it was a festival. They were super bummed out, but they still they were determined to light fireworks. So they somehow got a firework, whether that was from Callisto or they just found it on the ground or whatever, or they stole it or something. I don't know. So they take it back to the house. They're just like upstairs, and they're just playing, or they're like looking at the firework. They're just like sort of seeing what's up with it. And so Xavier is teasing Nico maybe. Maybe what he's doing is, maybe they're locked in the house, but they still got the fireworks somehow in the house, which explains why they're doing it inside of the house and not outside. So maybe what they're doing is they're trying to light it in the house and then like shoot it outside, right? Because obviously you wouldn't want to shoot it in the house. So Xavier is like, all right, let's do this. And then Nico is like, well, maybe we shouldn't really do this. You know, maybe Nico's having second guesses and whatever. But anyway, they go on with it. They light it, right? The first one goes fine. They shoot it out of the house. And then the second one, there's something wrong, right? So it goes, like there's the fire or the spark. What's that thing called? Like the string at the end of the fire. I don't know. Anyway, or the fuse. The fuse gets all used up, but the firework doesn't launch. So they're like, what the heck? So then they're like examining the firework, and then it goes off. And then it's like, it goes into the house, it explodes, and then the whole house catches on fire, right? And so they're like, oh shoot. Like, it's sort of like shot in the direction of the door, and now it's all like collapsed and whatever. And so they're both stuck in this room, and then they're like, well, what should we do? This fire is going to quickly spread to the other parts of the house. And I mean, everyone was downstairs, so they know to get out and stuff. But like, what do we do? And Nico or Xavier could just be like, oh shoot, I messed up. Like, why did I say we should do this and that? And so he's just like cowering in fear. He's like, oh no, what do I do? And then Nico's like looking around to see sort of what they should do. But Xavier's not gonna budge. He's just like sitting there like, oh, what? I don't know. And then so Nico has to like drag him out. And so Xavier's just being a pain. And Nico's like, all right, we need to get out of this house, right? So there's, well, okay, here's the thing with that though, right? That's less adrenaline than it is like Nico's out of the house and then he runs back in. Or what it could be is there's the firework, it goes off, and then it starts the fire, and then Nico's like, all right, we gotta go. And so Nico's like, all right, follow me, Xavier. And then Nico runs out and leaves, but Xavier gets stuck there, or maybe like something falls down, blocking Xavier from going in again. And so Nico successfully escapes, and then he turns back. He's like, hey, Xavier, where are you at? And so he's not there, and then Nico's like, oh, shoot. He didn't end up following me or whatever. So then he has to run back in, and then it's like, oh, cool parkour montage of him jumping through the flames and whatever. And then that's sort of where the accident happens. All right, I haven't been checking the stream chat at all, so let me read this. Maybe it's not the fire that hurts his eye, but it happens while they were trying to get away from the fire. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. One of those fireworks that could go like a gun, it was autumn, so then they shoot it accidentally at a tree that were closed by the parents because they were grounded. So basically, it would hit the tree, and the tree would catch on fire, and then the tree catches the house on fire. Which could actually be interesting, because then it could be, like, more dramatic, because it's like, it wouldn't be like they caused the fire directly, it would be sort of like they don't know it's there, and then it could start from the bottom, and then it could just get worse, you know? And so, by that time, when they're like, oh shoot, there's a fire outside, like, we gotta go, like, the whole bottom floor is, like, really damaged, so that could actually play into it more. Xavier passed out. Nico pulled him out, broke a window with his shoulder, and a shard out of his eye. Like soul shards. Funny. And then the deaf family member can't hear the fireworks, so they don't... Okay, so maybe it's like the parents went out to the festival or something. I don't know. They're just out. And so the grandparent was still there. She or he is deaf, so they can't tell that they're doing fireworks. And so it's like, I don't know, that could play into it as well. The firework hits a tree, they didn't see it, and then they wanted to sleep, and then it caught the house on fire while they were sleeping. Is that right? that could work as well. Nico either tries saving his cat, deaf family member, or Xavier. Well, I mean, all three of them are going to live through this day, though, right? So, it wouldn't be like he would have to choose. It would be just sort of like everyone gets saved eventually. All right, well, are we at least going with the idea that there is there's a fire, and it's because they were grounded from a festival, and then they're lighting fireworks from the house, and then that's what causes the fire. And then Nico loses his eye by tripping, and it's not so much of the fire, it's more that he tripped. And maybe he could have like a burn on his arm or something that would be like representative of the fire itself. But, okay, it looks like everyone's alright with that. And I'm fine with that too, because I think it's good. So, that's good. We've at least established that. And then it's sort of cool because it's like fire. You know, it's funny how his eye got damaged by fire. And then, you know, he's obviously a fire user. So it's like, yeah, extra weird. What if it's a cosplaying festival? No, I don't think so, because like this sort of seems like a festival that would just occur every year where like the whole town pitches in and it's like everyone's having fun. It's like a barbecue, stuff like that. So, I mean, as funny as that would be, it just doesn't make too much sense. Okay, well, cool. The specifics, we don't necessarily have like all the specifics, but we do have a good amount decided for Nico's backstory, which is good. That is good. That's what I wanted to accomplish. So, I mean, we can still keep talking about that, or we can go back to doing whatever we were doing beforehand. Waiting for someone to say something. You guys stop talking. It's awkward when you leave me to have nothing to say. What should I say right now? I don't know. Then Luna doesn't stand out? Oh, okay, well. I mean, maybe it's just like a festival and the theme is like dragon, so Luna wouldn't stand out anyway. Oh, what are we doing next stream? That's a good question. Let's see. I still did not write a list, and I need to because that was something that was important that I should have did. So, isn't like unique animals what's next? I think that's what we're doing. Isn't that what I said next? I don't know. You just joined a couple minutes ago. Can you recap? Basically, we explained how Nico lost his eye. Basically, what it is there's a festival every year. Nico and Xavier were grounded for doing something bad, and so they ended up finding a firework somewhere, or fireworks or whatever, and they go back. Since they're grounded, they can't leave the house, so they just light it in the house, and then there's a house fire. And then Nico has to go in and save Xavier from the fire, and then Nico like trips and then loses his eye. So that's basically a general description, although that big long section of me just going on that big long explanation, that's probably going to make it into the recap episode. So if you want a full explanation, you can wait for that. It's like, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes of an explanation. So yeah. All birds have 4 wings. That's interesting. You weren't here last stream? Well, last stream we didn't really do too much last stream, I don't think. We talked, yeah, the recap episode wasn't very long for that. it was basically just there were a couple new custom plants, and then we did generic plants. Like we sort of talked about like what the variety of the plants were, and then we sort of talked about like what we would do with creatures as far as generic creatures goes. Okay, so I think we're going to be doing like animals and creatures next stream. So if you have any ideas for creatures and you want to draw some just like the plants, go ahead and draw them. There is a creatures channel in the Discord where you can post your ideas, and then we will make another collection on a document and we will go through them. And we can brainstorm some too. So, yeah, that's what we'll do next stream. And these are going to be unique creatures, not like just generic creatures. These are going to be like more unique. So like this, like a weird dragon-looking creature that is like a lizard but smaller or whatever. So. All birds have 2 wings IRL, so technically any being with hands and wings is a bug. You're going to have to brainstorm now. Yeah, so everyone's going to have to take some time to think of some new creatures. And, yeah. Can we have mythology creatures? Well, basically, the mythological creatures from Onilaria are humans and human creatures, so we don't really have to do anything. And just like how like elves and dwarves and stuff like that on Earth are like mystical creatures, they're on Ilaria. So it's like that's how it works. Yeah, demons, stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of Earth's mythology and stuff comes from Ilaria and vice versa. So, yeah, and then I suppose we could discuss, like, sort of what species would be found on Ilaria if we wanted to, although that's sort of, like, that's a little bit different from the League of the Creatures. Remember there was a person that drew a new creature a really long time ago? Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember specifically what that was. We'll have to go back through all the different chats and stuff like that. And then obviously anybody can send anything new that they want. And then we will do that. Well, cool. So what else do we want to do this stream? We've got 20 minutes. It's like a pixie or something with 1 arm. I don't remember that specifically. Maybe if I saw it, I'd remember it, but I don't know. Oh, that's cool. The pinned message shows up on the stream. That's funny. Talk about Miraculous. This is a page turner stream. Can we play a game in the last 20 minutes? Sure. What game do you want to play? I'll play you in Uno. Minesweeper. Will this be a 2D or 3D show? Well, when I think of it as a 2D show. So, yeah. You'll make a grape Dan. It's a chaotic being with 2 personalities switching colors. Well, I'm interested to see what that looks like. That sounds cool. Alright, are we playing Minesweeper? I'll pull up Minesweeper. Minesweeper. Who's gonna animate this? Well, not really anybody. Because, yeah, we don't know. It'll probably just end up being like a book or something. Or like a script, like an episode script, but we'll like read it off or something. Don't know. It's pretty loud. Don't know. Hey, nice. Okay. Oh, you fused my name with grapefruit? I see that now. That's funny. Because we have two different personalities fighting over two different things. Okie dokie. Alright. Well, I suppose it has to be there, right? Alright, we're doing pretty good so far. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's good. Ooh, nice. Alright. Can we play Pictionary? You just have to draw something and we guess what it is. Wouldn't that be kind of difficult? Maybe? Or maybe not? I feel like that would take more preparation. Okay. You would just guess in the comment. Oh yeah, but like I don't have any like, I don't know where I would draw. Well, I suppose I could open up Photoshop, but just pull out Microsoft Paint. Yeah. Suppose I could do that. If everyone wants to do that, I'm not opposed to it. After this Minesweeper game, of course. Minesweeper always comes first. Boom. Boom. Okie dokie. We're doing pretty good. Boom. Suppose I should probably be looking over here as well. Going back to over here. Oh, that was a big one. All right, cool. Dude, look at the chat. Sorry. Sorry. Spent the last 2 minutes aggressively shouting flag at your laptop. Before anyone realized no one can hear me, yeah. What is the point of this game? The point of the game is to isolate all the bombs. So like there's a bomb beneath all these flags. Why is Aiden taking so long to see our text? Because I was focused on the game. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the chart. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, talk about the art contest. Is anyone entering the art contest in the chat right now? There's typically one. There's always typically one spot that you can determine is a bomb. But I'm having difficulty seeing which one it is right now. Well, there's only 4 bombs left. At the top. Like right here. I guess you're right. Those 2 have to be flags. Boom. Good eye. Yay! Alright. Oh yeah, Raluna, have you entered yet? Or have you yet to enter? We already have 150 entries. You're working on it? Sweet. I explained this. Please explain what the art contest is. Okay, so basically, I mean, you should really watch the video, but you're basically creating a Kwame, a power, like, there's a lot of stuff. So you draw up a Kwame, and then they're miraculous. That's optional. You really only have to draw the Kwame. But there's more to it than just that, right? Because what I'm going to end up doing, and I explained this in tomorrow's Miraculous Monday, but you're going to, at least, this is one thing that I know for sure that we're going to do, is we're going to put them all in a bracket, like March Madness, and then you're going to, like, it's definitely going to be me, and then I might, like, invite a couple other people to sort of be judges, and so we're going to have our own little section of a bracket, and then we're going to, like, say, in this situation, which Kwame would either outperform the other Kwame or be more useful, or if they were just to go, like, head-on-head, who would win. And then so Kwames would advance through the bracket, and then the winner Kwame would, I don't know, be the winner of that bracket or something. I don't know. But we would just do that, and then maybe there would be like a certain thing where it would just be like, we judge what our favorite Kwame is. So I don't know. But I at least want to do the bracket, because that sounds like fun. You can't pick an animal, Raw Linux. You should, I don't know. Well, I guess it is an animal. Animal, insect, fungus. That would be interesting. A fungus miraculous? That'd be weird. Demon miraculous? How do we enter? Or when does it do? Well, you've basically got this entire month. There was a video on it. Did you not? If you go into the CA Discord in the announcements, I think I put an announcement, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So, all right, we got 10 minutes. We can do a. Let me pull up Photoshop real quick. So yeah, so far we've gotten a lot of submissions so far, and it's really cool. So I'd highly recommend, like, if you are interested in the art contest, it'll be fun. Okie dokie artichoke. View screen mode, full screen. All right. and then I'll draw box. Alrighty. So here's my canvas. Let me think of something to draw. Alright, first person to get this. I'll write your name up at the top. How about that? Okay, let me... okay. Let's... Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. That's bad. Trying to remember what this looks like. I think it's something like this. Alright. Someone got it. Oh, Code Mari got it. Poppleberry. Yeah! Alright, I'll write your name up here. I'll name this the names layer. Alright. C-O-D-E. There you go. Alright. Time for round 2. Oh, this one will be fun. This one will be fun. I wonder who's gonna get this. Alright, so we're gonna go like this. Trying to remember what it is. Potato. You wish. Something like that. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is so bad. Alright. It's gonna be the finishing touch right here. If you don't know who this is, then you haven't been here for very long. See, nobody said it yet. Looks like me. What? Doesn't look like me. What? Adrian, this does not look like Adrian at all. Let's see, who said it first? Was it Code Mari again? I think it was Code Mari. Yeah, it was Star from Star Versus. Alright, let me pull it up. And then you'll be like, oh man, it looks so like it. Let me see here. I know I have a picture of Star somewhere. My vast collection of Star photos. Ah, well, sort of similar, but not entirely. There we go. You can sort of see the resemblance, sort of. Right. Oh shoot! I forgot the cheek marks. Of course. Well, my excuse for that is she doesn't have cheek marks anymore. So there we go. Yep. All right. I guess I gotta double the Kodamari. All right. We're gonna play one more. We'll see. Maybe. Yeah. This was the hair. If Star was with it, come on, it wasn't that bad, was it? I guess I messed up the... It's been a while since I've seen a photo of Star, so... I thought the horns would have given it away. Alright. Oops. Okie dokie. So, final round. Let me think of another thing. Thinking of this is hard. Let's see. Maybe... Yeah, if only it was a blank canvas. Trying to think of something to draw. Alright, well, this one's gonna be boring, but this is the only thing I could think of. Alright, so we got a box. Alright, that's not what it is, though. Then we got another box. It looks sort of looks like a lamp. Alright. Then we got another box down here and another box down here. Then a box, a box. I think Ralunix got it first, right? I think so. Congratulations. This is a U, not a V. Whoops. Did my box things fool some of you? Alright, we'll do another quick round because we have time. Oh no. I know what I'm gonna do. All right. Oh, Eve Collins got it first. You guys said banana, not banana noir. Or banana man. I would have accepted either banana noir or banana man. Because, yeah, they're both pretty much the same person. Alright, congratulations. E V E. Drawing with the mouse is so hard. you like the banana noir guy? All right. Okay, well, cool. Kodamari wins with 2. And then Ralunix came. Well, these two tied for second place. There we go. Draw Telly. I already drew Telly, okay? I'm not drawing Telly again. Looks like the banana guy from Gumball. I haven't seen Gumball yet, so... yeah. Alright, well that's it for this stream. Thanks for joining me today. We got some good stuff done with Nico's backstory. But other than that, yeah. The recap episode will be small again this week, but that's okay because it was a celebration for half a year. And then we'll do another even bigger celebration for a full year, and we'll see, like, we'll maybe go back through the history and see how far we've come in a year or something. I don't know. But yeah. All right. Thanks for joining me again this week, and I will see you later. Aiden, you should have drew your Miraculous Telly. Yeah, I should have. That would have been hard for some people though. Plus, I don't even remember fully what Telly looks like. I'd have to look at it. So, yeah, there was no cake. I decided not to get cake because cake is bad for you. So, yeah. All right. See you later. Bye.